Welcome, everyone. It's good to see you, even if only virtually. The amazing thing about Technites assembling in person or online is that you can feel the pride and excitement of seeing each other again. I'd like to welcome Carolina. She has already been a great asset to the important work of the foundation, and I am happy to introduce you to our new Director of Development and Fundraising, Marcel Vaughan Handy, who will be working alongside Carolina, myself, and the entire foundation team. Here's Marcel.
Good evening, everyone. It is a pleasure to be a part of the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation team and to meet with you all virtually. That is, until we have a chance to meet in person. I come to you having worked in development at NYU and Rutgers University. And even though I have only just begun, I can see the pride, commitment, and passion of Technites. I can sense it already. This is what it means to be Brooklyn Tech proud. I am very excited to hit the ground running with such a devoted community. So with that, I say hello and thank you for the opportunity to greet you. We've got a lot of great plans ahead.
Why is it so important to secure our staffing and resources? Because next year is Brooklyn Tech's Centennial celebration. That's amazing news, and we have incredible things in the works. To provide a drum roll to that centennial, this year we had a virtual celebration called I Am Brooklyn Tech, which profiled some phenomenal Technites from various decades, a wide range of cultural backgrounds, and fascinating fields of interest. Hundreds of Technites attended this event. It was framed by 4 defining words that characterize Brooklyn Tech, its student body, and alumni. Brooklyn Tech and Technites are inspiring, unique, creative, and innovative. In a moment, we'll hear some of your reflections on these words and what tech means to you. It's a pleasure to introduce a video segment, beginning with my friend and co-producer of our fundraising events, the interim president of the Alumni Foundation, and a fellow Technite, class of 1967, Tony Sharippa.
Thanks, Matt. Hello, Technites from all decades and majors. Right off the bat, I want to announce some newly released information. U.S. News and World Report just ranked the nation's high schools, and Brooklyn Tech has advanced to number 22 in its national rankings, and number 2 in New York City. You know, and I know, we are the most inspiring, unique, creative, and innovative. That's because we come from every neighborhood in New York City, and diversity in every way is our strongest asset. The Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation has some big plans for this year and next year as we make our way to our Centennial celebration in 2022. There will be an entire year of events and celebrations, ranging from in-depth STEM discussions to a full-scale gala celebration. And right now, we are proud to invite you to our Titans of Tech dinner happening this year on November 11th at the newly renovated, beautiful Pierre Hotel in Manhattan. This is your chance to be there with your fellow Technites and reserve a table with your class. There will be dinner, music, dancing, and so much more. We will keep you posted as details unfold. We are focusing on some important new fundraising initiatives for Brooklyn Tech. The brand new John A. Kavanaugh Materials Testing Lab needs to be filled with cutting-edge equipment. We have a forensics lab to complete and an entire foundry to reimagine and repurpose. That takes a community, the Brooklyn Tech community. So let's take a look at some of the great work of the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation.
Brooklyn Tech is a school with much larger needs than a typical high school, so it became clear that an alumni association was needed.
In 1984, Matt Mandry was appointed principal, And the two of us together decided that there had been really no contact and use of our alumni base. And with the numbers of graduates over the years and their feeling for Tech, that we had something which was a treasure.
We decided not to be an entity that was going to go on our own way, but work with the school that so whatever resources we could contribute would contribute to the development of this school as a lead STEM high school in this country.
What Brooklyn Tech taught us was how to think and how to make decisions. And if you can do that, you can do anything.
We look at where we've been very, very prominent in helping the school realize certain goals.
When we created the foundation, we saw, number one, a need to be able to have our alumni be able to connect with one another and reconnect with the school.
And it's because we've been able to cultivate an alumni foundation that we have taken steps to also work with alumni engagement to make sure that we utilize the expertise out there.
We have been able to do is enhance Tech's vision, and I believe we've been able to help it move forward in that regard.
We want to make sure that our students have a robust learning experience, and where the Department of Ed cannot fund certain professional development opportunities for teachers, or certain supplies or machinery or anything that is required in certain majors, the Alumni Foundation certainly can step in and help realize that dream.
And I believe without that decision of being a strategic partner, Brooklyn Tech and the foundation would not be in the place that it is today.
So now it's time to hear from you. We wanted to know what you thought made Brooklyn Tech inspiring, unique, creative, and innovative. Here are just a few Technite voices from many decades sharing some great tech stories.
Tech is inspiring,
unique,
creative,
innovative.
Tech is inspiring,
unique,
creative,
innovative.
What is something that you experienced at Tech that still lives with you today? I'll tell you. I will never forget the thrill of our last semester quickly turning into terror, when many of us learned that a timely graduation was in jeopardy. No, not because of spades, but because of some strange glitch in programming. We learned that we were missing a basic musical course required by New York City. Luckily, Coach D. Benedetto came to the rescue and taught us a music appreciation class. Coach Debo's passion for classical music was absolutely inspiring. And that's why I chose the word inspiring. I'm so grateful for the experience that turned me into a huge fan of classical music. Since then, I've been able to share the art form with my students near and far for the last 20 years.
Unique is how I would describe my 4 years at Tech. I took the same subjects as my neighborhood friends who went to the local high school, but I had additional classes including industrial processes and mechanical engineering, plus hands-on shops such as woodworking, machine shop, and of course, the foundry. I have no doubt that I would not be where I am today without the foundation and work ethic I got at Tech.
Creative. Despite going to Brooklyn Tech, which is known for the sciences and engineering, the class of 2001 and many of my classmates are some of the most creative people that I've ever been with. From memories doing Sing and our school musicals to seeing the great things that our classmates are doing in the arts is truly amazing and shows the creativity that exists within the tech community.
Innovative. During our 4 years, many of us innovated by protesting the war in Vietnam and shutting the school down for 4 days, and by protesting the school dress code by going on a dungaree strike. We are proud of what Tech has taught us. We have spent our careers making the world a better place.
inspiring. September 3rd, 1957, over 1,000 13 and 14-year-old boys traveled from all over the city to Tech to be part of the class of 1961. We came by subway, we came by bus, and those of us from Staten Island, we also came by ferry. That was 64 years ago. I can remember it like it was yesterday. We were all at the top of our grammar school and junior high school classes. We came to Tech and we quickly found out so was everybody else. Everybody else was smart, competitive, and we weren't used to that. But those traits were needed to survive at Tech, and they helped us later on in our chosen careers when we had to compete in life.
Unique. Brooklyn Tech is so unique in that it allows you to explore and nurture so many facets of your identity, talents, and skill sets. Prior to coming to Brooklyn Tech, I was always interested in the building and construction industry, but was equally as interested in the performing arts and singing. And so to be able to, as a tech student, take both college level construction management and civil engineering courses while participating in musicals and Devo's chamber chorus was an experience that proved that you can have it all without feeling the need to compromise, and that's pretty unique.
The word that stands above the rest in my mind is unique. At Tech, we represented a true melting pot of color, backgrounds, and cultures. Our teachers pushed us harder and expected more. And when we graduated, Tech had built an amazing foundation for our futures. We were all Technites then, and we still are. And that is truly unique.
There are so many positive words that come to mind when I think of Tech, but two that really stand out are innovative and creative. The Tech approach to setting us up for our future is second to none. We were able to pick majors before we even got into college, and for many Technites, this defined their career path. As for the rest of us, it gave us the opportunity early on in life to realize that our passion laid elsewhere.
You are
inspiring,
unique, creative,
innovative.
Thank you for your reflections on Tech. We all know that Tech is a leader in STEM education, but we have also produced some of the finest performing artists. Here's yet another testament to our inspiring nature. It is my honor to share our unique version of Rise Up, sung by opera singer LaToya Lewis and musician and composer Aki Bermise, both from the class of 2001, as well as recording artist and music teacher Cindy Hospedales from the class of 2002.
You're broken down and tired, living life on a merry-go-round. And you can't find the fighter, but I see it in you, so we gon' walk it out and move mountains and move mountains.
And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, for you, for you, for you. The silence isn't quiet. It feels like it's getting hard to breathe. And I know you feel like dying, but I promise you won't take this world to its feet and move mountains, bring it to its feet. Move mountains, and I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, And I'll rise up, I'll rise like the day, I'll rise up, I'll rise unafraid, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times a day. And I'll rise up, high like the waves, I'll rise up, in spite of the ache, I'll rise up, and I'll do it 1,000 times a day. For you.
This has been an academic year like no other. We've endured some tremendous challenges and managed to rise up in our own way. Let's hear directly from Principal David Newman and current students on how they moved through this unique year.
I am David Newman, and I have the honor of welcoming you as principal of Brooklyn Technical High School, which has a 99-year legacy of unrivaled and heralded excellence. One of the oldest STEM high schools in the country, Tech is also the largest high school in the United States with over 6,000 students. A little bit about Tech today. We are 58% male and 42% female. We pride ourselves on our diversity. Our students are culturally diverse and represent neighborhoods and zip codes throughout New York City. 99% of our seniors are college bound, and for the first time, Tech seniors have topped $152 million in total college scholarships. Tech started with 6 majors in architecture, chemical engineering, college prep, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and structural engineering. Although many of these majors still exist, we've expanded the majors to equip our students to succeed in 21st century careers. Currently, we have 18 majors: aerospace engineering, architectural engineering, biological sciences, chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, environmental science, finance, industrial design, law and society, applied mathematics, mechatronics and robotics, digital media, physics, social science, and software engineering, and also our 2 newest majors, both collaborations with Long Island University, which culminate in doctorates from the university in pharmacy and advanced health professions. When many of you went here, you took technical drawing, which now all freshmen take drafting for production, DDP, which introduces students to the design process from brainstorming through actual prototyping through 3D printing. It includes elements of technical drawing blended with computer-assisted drafting through Autodesk Inventor, which students may test to receive industry certification as well as college credit for the course. We have advisory for all 9th graders that assist in their transition to tech and give social-emotional learning components to supplement our rigorous course offerings. All sophomores take AP Computer Science Principles for college credit, which challenges students to explore how computing and technology can advance the world with a focus on creative problem solving and real-world applications. We have the largest college credit-bearing advanced placement program in the world. We have been a gold medal high school in U.S. News and Report since the publication began ranking high schools. This year, we moved up in the U.S. News and World Report rankings from last year's ranking of 47th in the nation to the 22nd best high school in the nation, 2nd in New York State. This is the highest rankings for the school in its history. In the niche high school rankings, which rank schools that serve a population of over 50% free lunch, we were ranked 3rd in the nation for the 3rd year in a row, a top 3 finish. The school year has been like no other, inclusive of remote instruction and devoid of PSAL teams, in-person clubs, and social events that normally shape the student experience here at Tech. These events cannot be replicated or replaced by virtual ones, and yet our community persevered. Teachers have taught mixed modalities of students, both in-person and remote, simultaneously and synchronously, while providing rigorous instruction as well as catering to the social emotional needs of our students. Student focus, drive, ambition, fortitude, and resilience have in turn inspired me as I work for the betterment of our school and its student body. The Alumni Foundation and alumni like yourselves have made this institution what it is today. From excelling academically and intellectually in the classroom while you were here at Tech, to giving back your time and your resources to facilitate the cutting-edge instruction of today for the future leaders of tomorrow. Technites lead the world. We are everywhere. Thank you for all you do for our school, our reputation, and as productive citizens of your community. Thanks for coming home. We've missed you.
I'm AJ Spetner, and I'm a junior in the Law and Society major. The biggest challenge for me this year at school was probably just feeling isolated from my peers and disconnected from the classroom. But through planning and attending student activities, I managed to get a lot closer to the student body and the tech community than I thought I would be able to this year compared to previous years, which was really helpful. Next fall, I'm really hopeful that the class of 2022 will be able to enjoy our senior year for the 100th anniversary of the school. Can't wait.
Hi, I'm Lucy Vong, a junior in the Applied Mathematics major from the class of 2022. Adapting to remote learning and staring at a computer screen for over 8 hours a day over the course of this year has definitely been a struggle for me. But my interactions with my classmates and teachers in all of my classes and extracurriculars have reminded me that there's always a silver lining in every dark cloud. Although I've only been part of it for a few years, the tech community never fails to come together to support one another, and I look forward to more years of being a proud Technite.
Hey everyone, I am Jediah, a sophomore going into the chemical engineering major. Virtual learning took us from talking too much in class to now not talking enough. However, our teachers, student organizations, and clubs have emphasized the importance of mental health, and along with our amazing academic environment, ensuring that we have a space in extracurriculars to pursue our other passions. I and many of my fellow sophomores are excited for the classes and opportunities that come with our majors next year.
Hello, Technites. You may remember me as the football coach and choral director at Tech. But at this moment, I'm a proud alumnus of Brooklyn Tech, class of 1971. We are celebrating our 50th anniversary as Tech alumni, along with the class of 1970. Congratulations to all of us. It means the world for me to be here with you and welcome all of those present who are celebrating their golden anniversary. You know what else we are celebrating? 100 years of football at Tech. I'm proud to announce the launch of a special documentary film. It's called Bonded in Blue, The Legacy of Brooklyn Tech Football. It's produced by two former Tech football players, Rick Turnbull and Steve Gerbson. Steve is an award-winning Hollywood producer and director. This film was made possible with funding from the Brooklyn Tech Alumni Foundation and the Adam J. Cirillo Scholarship Foundation. We're going to premiere it at Brooklyn Tech in the auditorium in the fall. Keep an eye out for upcoming announcements. But fellow Technites, right now, it's my pleasure to introduce a very special sneak preview. Take a look. Roll Tech.
Towering above the tree-lined streets in the Fort Greene section of Brooklyn stands a great edifice of steel, granite, and limestone. A monument to the educational ideals of one man. Dr. Albert Colston, a visionary and educator, created a high school that inspires and challenges its students to realize their talents for the benefit of society. For almost 100 years, Brooklyn Technical High School has been considered one of the most elite and prestigious schools in the country. The school emphasizes a positive self-image and a moral compass that guides students throughout their personal and professional lives. Its alumni represent a who's who of leaders in America. Widely acclaimed, its athletic programs are continuously successful year after year. In particular, the history of Tech's football team is among the richest in the country and goes well beyond the X's and O's. At its core is a genuine affection and camaraderie that players and coaches share. This is something that is not easily defined, whether it's the physical sacrifice, the reliance upon one another to succeed, or the commitment to be the best you can be. The bonds that are created are profound and lifelong.
Playing football for Tech is such an important part of my life because every day I see me forming into the man that I
aspire to be one day.
During my 21 years as head football coach at Tech, every one of my players attended college.
The 1972 season was the most controversial season that I've ever been involved with. It was an overtime game that had a controversial call, the simultaneous catch, in favor of the other team.
My father felt that success was important both on and off the field. And if you were going to be a success on the field, it was because you learned how to be a success off the field.
I think the Tech football experience is so transformative and powerful because it's really a place where you begin to make that transformation from being a child into a young man.
Students who came to play football at Brooklyn Tech knew that they had to be both academically prepared and physically prepared.
The history of Brooklyn Tech football is so rich because of Adam J. Cirillo. He brought things to New York City football that no other coach brought.
A phrase that my father used over and over again was that football was a means to an end, and it was the education that he wanted everyone to have.
The excellence of the program speaks for itself. Both with Adam Cirillo and Joe Cosacria, there were multiple winning seasons, multiple city championships, and just a general feeling of excellence. The Tech football experience is so powerful and transformative because the young men playing football are at the critical point in their life for the development of who they will become.
The bonds I've formed with my teammates at Tech have been the greatest I've experienced so far in my life. They're the people I hang out with after school, on weekends, the people whose birthday parties I go to.
The bond the players share with one another is an unbreakable one. I told them early on when they joined the team that 50 years from now, the closest friends you'll have were guys from Tech football. We said this to every team, and as they approach those years, they realize that it's a true statement.
I think that the Tech football players give back because they recognize the love and dedication that my father showed to them over the years.
When I think about Tech and its influence and its impact in my life, I wanted to find a way to expand that opportunity to students in underrepresented communities. So CAS Prep is a program I founded about 6 years ago to allow students from underrepresented communities to have a means to have access to schools like Brooklyn Tech.
Tech football players think that it's important to give back to the community because Brooklyn Tech was a life-changing experience for them.
Being a part of this football program, I'm learning values like becoming a team player, becoming someone who's really there for other people and not just himself.
I think most schools don't bother with core values. I think at Brooklyn Tech, it was very important to instill the core values in kids.
And so the combination of both our on-field and off-field accomplishments, I think, is what keeps the legacy strong.
I don't have one fulfilling moment as a coach. I have 21 years of fulfilling moments as a coach. I wouldn't trade 1 second of my time being the head football coach at Brooklyn Tech for anything in the world.
As we move ahead to our Centennial celebration, and after we made significant adjustments to our lives due to a pandemic, we have learned that there is no greater strength than our Brooklyn Tech community. Regardless of the year we graduated, we are Brooklyn Tech proud and Brooklyn Tech strong. Now our 3 amazing singers will be joined by an original cast member of the Broadway hit, The Book of Mormon, singing our alma mater. From the class of 1995, here's Tyson Jeanette.
I'm Tyson Jeanette.
Latoya.
Aki.
Cindy.
We learned this song from our mentor, Jim DiBenedetto. And this is for our Technite family, every generation, everywhere.
Tech alma mater, noble and true, proudly we rise to salute thee anew. Loyal we stand now, 6,000 strong. Wake, echoes, wake as we thunder our song. Tech, we will sound thy triumphs. Tech, we will sing of thy might and thy fame. Tech, may we all bring thee glory. All honor and praise to thy name. Firm thy foundation, thy torch lights the way. Guide us, protect us through bright days or gray. Tower symbolic of truth and of light. Here's to thy colors, the blue and the white. Tech, we will sound thy triumphs. Tech, we will sing of thy might and thy fame. Tech,